Hey guys, this is Jimmy Williams again, your mentor, coach, personal development coach. If you guys see me on my Facebook page, I salute all of you for all that you're doing. This video in particular is a lot more than what I usually bring for my normal private Facebook group in real estate. This is a little more broad. This is a little more advanced, but I'm bringing it to let you guys know that there's a lot more options out there than you might think. And this is going to be for the people who are a little more mature and you're ready to make money from home and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do in this real estate crisis. What most would call a crisis, because most people are not going out renting new places. They're kind of staying where they are. Airbnb might be taking a hit or whatever, because nobody wants to travel. There are so many different options that are out there for you. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper today. I'm going to give you a little more revelation in the area of finance that you probably haven't heard in a long, long time. And, people ask me all the time, why do you give out so much free information? Well, the more you give, the more comes back. Do I give away everything for free? No, I don't. But there's a lot of information that I've chosen to give away simply because I know the people that hear it, a lot of them are not going to do anything, unfortunately, but there's a few that will take what I give them and it's going to make their life better. And so if I can add virtue, substance to their life and they go on to make it big, we all make it. We all make it. Okay. There's enough wealth and abundance for everyone. No one has to be selfish. And there's no lack in this thing. If you put the work in and you do what needs to be done, you make the adjustments, you make the sacrifices. There's so much money out there to be made. And in a time of crisis like it is right now, if you are a leader, I'm going to show you one of the ways you can capitalize and make more money and help other people make money. You can create jobs for them that have job mentality, because everybody doesn't have business mentality. But if you want to be a blessing and help others in a time of need like right now, you can bless them to work from home right now. There's something I'm going to show you today that most people are not talking about, where you can make a ton of money working from home and you can help other people gain employment. But you have to have the mindset of abundance, that there's enough for everyone. Okay, I'm going to go into some of the deeper mysteries of how millionaires think and some of the things that they do. I always tell you guys, read the book Think and Grow Rich once a year. I recommend that one. I recommend Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Millionaire Next Door. There's a couple other great books, but start with those three and read them over and over again. Get them in your spirit, get them in your psyche, get them in your subconscious mind. You're going to begin to see some major changes in your life. I guarantee it. You're going to see things begin to line up with how you perceive things. Always have a book. I always show this little booklet here. When you get ideas, use this book to get the information that you're looking for. But I'm going to get into some deep things right now. I'm going to tell you about a strategy that a lot of millionaires, most of them, are using what I'm going to share with you today. Other than real estate, this is one of the second best or third best ways to acquire wealth. And the good thing about it, this is coronavirus proof, what I'm going to share with you. Let me say that again. It's coronavirus proof. Okay? So coronavirus can't stop what I'm going to share with you today. You can just throw it up like this, right? This is like X-Men. Okay? This you can literally make it with what I'm going to tell you without leaving your home. Okay? This is something powerful that millionaires and billionaires are using to make tons of money, passive income, even in a time of crisis like right now. And it's called buying other businesses. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, okay? A lot of them are buying regular companies, mom and pop shops, stock shops that have been established for many, many years. Warren Buffett, Robert Kiyosaki, and many others. Steve Jobs, before he died, they invested a lot of their money into other businesses that they bought that were already running, making tons of money, and they did it from home. You could do it from your laptop computer, and I'm going to show you how to do it. More specifically, because of the time we're in now, you want to focus on buying internet businesses that make passive income where you don't have to really leave your home. I'm going to show you how to do that. Online internet businesses that have, drop shipping companies and other products and services that are offered online that will require you to just stay on. You can be online at home. You can run your business from your laptop. All right. There's a lot of money to be made. There's some guys now popping up that were, they were former rappers or singers or they were in the music industry, or they were actors or athletes, and they applied the method I'm going to share with you, and they made a ton of money and are making there's a couple of guys that I know that I've heard about recently, and they're just about to be a billionaire because they've bought enough companies. They're creating enough revenue to become a billionaire. Are you ready for this? Get your pen and a piece of paper. Let's get right into this. It's going to be a short video. I talked long enough, but I want to kind of gas you up and get you going. And if you're on my Facebook page, like it and subscribe so you can get updates, okay? Let's get into this, all right? Now, I mentioned to you that you can buy other businesses, preferably right now because everybody's at home. You want to look at internet businesses that are making money, all right? There's several websites you can go to. I just picked out 5 just to show you how this whole thing works, all right? One of the best that's out there is called empireflippers.com. Empireflippers.com. As you can see, let's take a look here. All right? These are the companies that they've marketed their product and services on. And they just kind of tell you a little bit about what they do. As you can see, they're very serious. Let's go to the marketplace here. And you can see what they have to offer. So when you're looking to buy a business, the first thing you want to look at is you want to look at the revenue that it's creating, cash flow. I'm not talking about the actual, the gross income, because the gross can be $1 million a year. But after everyone's paid, how much money are you making? How much money are you going to be able to put in the bank? That's what's important. So let's take a look here. All right, I just went to the marketplace. I have several websites I want to show you, and I have a limited amount of time. And if you want to know more information about how to do this, and you need more mentorship, say, hey Jimmy, I need more mentorship. Okay, and I'll see what I can do to work with you. But I wanted to just show you this. But let's take a look here. All right, so you have one business here. It looks like an Amazon store, and it's for sale. $2.7 million is what they want for this business. All right. Now, here's how you evaluate a business. Normally, if you look at shows like Shark Tank, how they evaluate a business is they say, okay, if it's worth $1 million, they basically need to see it doing like at least $100,000 a year, because whatever it's doing a year, they times it by 10 to get the evaluation. So if it's making $100,000 a year or $8,000 a month, $8,500 a month, it's worth $1 million, because in 10 years, that's what they accumulate over a 10-year period. They'll say, well, if it's worth $100,000, it'll take 10 years to make that money back, which is a pretty good time span, right? So they'll sell that business for $1 million. That's a pretty good evaluation if it's been consistently making that kind of money on autopilot. Well, online it's a little bit different, and you can make a lot more money and you can pay a lot less for a business. So looking at this particular business right here, they only want $2.7 million for it. So what does that tell me? If it's going to be worth that, like a traditional business, it should be doing about $270,000 a year if it was a traditional business. Well, here's the power of buying internet businesses. You get more for your buck, because it's showing me right here it makes $71K a month. So this person, let's just do the numbers on it really, really quick so you see. $71,000 per month times 12. $852,000 it did in 1 year. Now, it did say that's the actual profit. Is that correct? Let's take a look. Net monthly profit. So that means after everyone's paid, you're going to pocket 71 grand. So in a year's time, here's how you have to look at this. You're going to make $852,000. Now, if you do 852,000 times 10, that's $8.5 million. A traditional business will be worth $8.5 million if that's what this was, but it's an internet business. Now, there's several risks that you have with internet businesses, because sometimes, 3 or 4 years from now, whatever's trending online may not be trending as much. But I'm telling you right now, this is one of the secrets of how the mega rich are getting richer and richer, because, if this business traditionally was sold, it would, if you look right here, it would be a lot higher than that. It would be about 8.5 million, but they're only selling for 2.7. So how long is it going to, here's the big question. How long is it going to take, if I were to buy that for 2.7 million, how long would it take before I start making I paid all of that off, and it's pure profit from there on out. So if it's 8.5 or 852,000 a year, let's times it by 3. There you have it. It's going to take me a little over 3 years, because that's 2.5 million right there, okay? It's going to take me, folks, a little over 3 years to get into pure profit with a business like this. Otherwise, the price would be much higher. It would take me 10 million before I started making pure profit. That's why internet businesses work, because this is more than likely with Amazon. It's more than likely it's they're drop shipping products. For the sake of the situation we're in now, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, those kind of things that are mandatory, certain types of water, things of that nature. This person found a way to build this Amazon, make it very successful, and scale it. This is a really good business. Now most of you are going, you know what, Jimmy? I don't have $2.7 million, or I can't get a loan for that much, right? So this particular business model right now would not be at the level where you're at, or the actual amount that you're going to be selling it for, that's actually going for. You couldn't afford it, right? So I understand that. However, that's the model. Now that you understand that, let's go to where you are. Now, before I show you the next website, it's important to note one thing. When you see a business for sale, just like you get financing for your house or for a multifamily property, you got to get pre-qualified. If you have cash, you do a cash deal, but you need to get pre-qualified before you buy a business. And when you do, if you have the funding for it, you come in just as if you would buy a business, or you would buy a house or a multifamily property or anything else. Same methodology. So if you have good credit, you can get yourself up to $100,000. I'm going to show you some businesses you can buy, at the $100,000 range, and you can still be making a disgusting amount of money on autopilot. Right? These are for the big dogs, the guys that have more, right? So let's look at this website. So now you got the concept of buying a business. So if you buy an internet business, you're going to get more bang for your buck. You're going to make a lot more money in a lot less time. For $2.7 million, you basically bought a business that's really worth like $8 million plus, because you're making $71,000 profit. That's after everyone's paid, all the shipping, all your employees. That's money in the bank you're going to be able to see coming in. If you were to get a loan for this amount, this is a gold mine right here, right? Let's go down a little bit, because I want to show you guys what is possible, even if you don't have that much money, okay? Now, let's say some of you are, you get financing for $300,000. That's what, that's like getting financing for a house, right? Take a look at this business right here. This is a drop shipping website, footwear brand, okay? The style is of the brand Fashion Meets Fitness. We use fast shipping and custom packaging, strong branding, content, affiliation separate. This store, and affiliation separate this store from separate. Pardon me, I said that wrong again. I'm thinking too fast here. The affiliations separate this store from competitors. So basically, they're saying they do something a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. They want $300,000 for it. Is that a good deal? Well, let's look at the numbers. Average revenue per month is $109,000. Now, that's not profit. They have a lot of money coming in. They got people that drop shipping, and they're paying all these other fees and all that. The profit is $13,000 a month. They want $300,000. Now, again, if you're on Shark Tank, if it's making $300,000 a year, you can give it an evaluation of $3 million, because you got to times that number by 10. I said that wrong. Did I say that correctly? They're asking $300,000 for it. I said that wrong. Pardon me. They're asking $300,000 for it. All right. So that's the asking price. But to give it, so the evaluation is, they want $300,000 for it. It would have to be doing $30,000 per year. That's what I meant to say, to be valued at $300,000 in the regular business world. $30,000 a year, which is a little over $3,000 a month. Well, a little less than that, right? 2,500, 2024, 3,000 would be 36. Yeah, it'll be anywhere from like $2,500 a month to be valued at $300,000. But look at this, guys. It's worth, so basically it's doing $13,000 a month. A lot more than $2,500, okay? This is money that goes in your pocket. Let's do the numbers on that. 13,000 times 12 months, right? It makes, that's profit, $156,000 in a year. What are you telling me, Jimmy? I'm saying to you, in 2 years, you've made back the money you spent. Do the math. So you only paid $300,000 for the business. So if I were you, I would do my very best to go out and get this loan for $300,000. That's what they're asking, and that doesn't mean they're not negotiable. If they're hungry, you know, they may even take it. You might be able to get that thing for like $250, $260. It's the temperature of the seller. Sometimes the seller is very motivated. Just like in real estate, you might find a really good deal. You know, cap rate's high, but it's $1 million over. They want 30 million, right? You want to do it for 29. If they're hungry, they'll go down. And that's what happens with these guys. But in 2 years, you're into pure profit. What other businesses you got? Only internet businesses do this. Now, here's the risk with internet businesses, okay? Again, as I said before, the trends can change. So 3 or 4 years from now, the trend may change. You may have somebody that comes on another .com that can come in and maybe steal some of your business. But if this has been pretty consistent, this drop shipper has been doing this, let's say anywhere from 3 to 5 years consistently, and they can show you so those are the things you want to ask for. You want to ask for 3 to 5 year track record. You want to see the paperwork on it. If it's been consistent for that amount of time, you have a really good chance of buying a good business here. If it's only 1 year, they can't prove it's been, what's going to happen the next year, or they can't give you good projections, and they don't know the future of it. That's a lot more risky. Can you know the future of any business? Not really, but trends are very, very important. If it's 3 to 5 years, 7 to 8 years, the trend is going to be pretty consistent. But if it's 1 or 2 years, it's really hard to predict. It's more risk there. So you want to make sure it's 3 to 5 years or more that you have a track record. However, another important factor is when you buy that business, you have to make sure that this guy right here doesn't pop up with another website, and he may have a huge email list, he or she of 10,000 subscribers. You don't want them sending email blasts out to them to steal those customers. If after you bought his business, he or she, you bought this business for 300,000, they have more people that come on. They blast out the email to those old subscribers, and you lose those clients. So one of the things you can ask them to do is, hey, listen, I need you to stick around and kind of show me how to do this for a few months, sometimes up to a year. Once you purchase it, sometimes they will do that. You got to make them sign a waiver and guarantee that they won't take your customers. But for all of you out there who say, I don't have $1 million. Can you get pre-qualified for a home for $200,000 or $300,000? You can go out and get a loan for that amount too. And if you can show them how you're going to make profit, you can pay them off within 3 to 5 years and be in pure profit. You have a pretty good chance of getting that loan. But a lot of people are doing this to make money. All right. There's so many things that you can do. Look at this. Powerful. Look at this. Very high potential. Now, they're not saying it's there yet, but they're saying there's a lot of potential. Very high potential to be one of the top brands for pet products. They've done, basically, the person is saying that they've done hours in design, research, and research into making this store look very professional. They designed it, and it stands out from the other drop shippers. So it's a drop shipping company. It's averaging $1.5 thousand per month in profit. You do the math on that. That's roughly anywhere, that's $15,000, $16,000 a year. They're asking $2,000 for it. Guys, you'll be in profit after a couple of months. How many of you can come up with $2,000? Listen, when you get your income tax back, I'm going to tell some of you, or your stimulus check, to buy an internet business for $2,000. Okay, you invest $2,000. Let's do the profit on that yearly. So you invest $2,000. You're making $1.5 thousand per month. Okay, or $1,500 per month, right? Times 12. You made $18,000 your first year, and that's profit, minus the $2,000 you invested to get it. And of course, you got to get trained. The person's got to train you on how to make it grow. but you're going to pocket 15 grand. Do you see why people are buying internet businesses? You know, you're not storing the inventory at home. Drop shipping simply means you build a website, people buy the product. Once they buy the product, you go and you buy from the drop shipper for a less price, and you make what's in the middle. A middleman, almost like a wholesaler in real estate. You put the property under contract for $100,000 with the seller. You go, you sell it to the end, you know, the person, the end buyer for 120. You make the 20,000 in the middle. Well, drop shipping online is the same system. This is an eye opener, isn't it? So don't tell me, guys, that you can't make money from home. This is a hands-free business. Now, because of the coronavirus, you have a lot of drop shipping, a lot of places for a couple of weeks, obviously, you know, they're not shipping products and certain things, but that's going to blow over eventually. All right. There's other businesses you could do online where you're not shipping products. You could be selling ebooks. There's so many products and services on the internet where you just exchange the finances and the goods and services online. There's no drop shipping, but I'm just showing you the kind of money and the potential that's out there. All right. So that's and this website, again, the name of this website is Exchange Marketplace. I like them a lot because they have a lot of affordable businesses for a lot of people. Look at this one below it. This person wants $1,000 for this. Now I just pulled this up so you can see it. Endgame Eyewear. They want to sell it for $1,000. Okay. Listen to this, guys. The average revenue is $1,800 a month. The profit is $1,500 a month. You can buy an entire business for less than $1,000. Tell me, why wouldn't you do that? I'm giving you some deep things that millionaires are using. They won't share with you, but I'm here to share them with you. You know why? I want you to win. I don't want you to suffer. Stop looking at your current circumstances and say, you know, I can't and I won't. I refuse to do this. All right? I'm going to give you a couple other websites and I'm closing. The top ranked website for this is Flippa. I'm not going to get into Flippa. Flippa is one of the very, very best. I use them quite frequently. So we have Flippa there, flippa.com. We have bizquest.com. They're really good too. You go here, you can go to any state and figure out what kind of business you want, business or franchise. You know, mom and pop shops right now, I would stay away from them because of the coronavirus, what's going on, because that's more hands-on. You want to stick with more internet businesses, but you could do mom and pop shops too. All right. Georgia, let me just do a demonstration here really quick and I'm closing up. Let's do hotels. Okay. In Georgia, right? Just take a look, hotels and motels. All right, here we go. This one's for $5 million. And so to see more about it, or 5.1 million, the cash flow yearly is $283,000. Now, you remember I told you the methodology to use to evaluate a business. Whatever it's making yearly, I don't know if that's monthly or yearly, but we got to take a look at it. If it's yearly, that means the business is only worth like 2.8 million. So that's overvalued. If it's 280,000 a month, let's take a look here. Hold on. Which I think it is. Let's just take a look. I want to view the details, make sure I'm telling you the truth here. Okay, gross revenue, no, I think it is for the year. It's for the year. It's not worth that much. See, so this would not be a good investment. But what I'm saying is you're going to find some good deals on BizQuest. But as you can see, that wouldn't be a good deal. You got to find out from the seller, why is he selling it for so much? Let's look at some other stuff here. We looked at Empire already. Exchange Marketplace, we looked at them. And Biz, Buy, Sell. I used to use them quite a bit. They're fantastic. There's really good businesses here, okay? You go in there, buy a franchise or buy a business, established business, you know, asset sales. There's so many, or you can come here and sell your business. There's so much you can do. There's no excuses, okay? If you have $50,000 to invest in a business, you can buy a business that's making $50,000 a year, $200,000 a year for 50 grand. All you gotta do is get the financing or pay cash for it. I just showed you, you can invest $2,000 and have a business making $10,000 or $15,000, $20,000 a year cash profit If you want to scale that, you get that going. You go buy another $2,000 internet business. You make another 10 or 15,000 a year. You scale that, guys. Warren Buffett became a billionaire doing exactly what I'm telling you right now. He bought more brick and mortar businesses that were that he actually physically went to the location, and a lot of these businesses don't really have a building. People are operating from the laptop because everything is being drop shipped. This is the wave of the future. A lot of people don't want to go out and have the brick and mortar. I like brick and mortar businesses as well, but I understand the curve. I understand how to diversify, especially with a time like right now where you've been laid off of your job. You don't know what to do. You got to find a way to improvise. You got to find a way to revolutionize, if you will, your thinking, your methodology, reinvent yourself, if you will. This is the way to go. That's all I got to say to you. I've given you $1 billion nugget. Okay? Mitt Romney did the same thing. Very super rich. Nas, the rapper, he invests a lot of his money. You know Nas, the rapper. You guys know him. He's legendary. He started investing in a lot of his money into, Silicon Valley. A lot of the guys over there who started these businesses, these internet businesses and these other companies and, these futuristic companies, he put a little money in each one of them, and he's almost a billionaire now with a B. You got to find Jay-Z. These guys are doing it, man. Grant Cardone, he buys businesses. You don't know everything the guy's doing, but I guarantee you, he's buying businesses, especially these kind of businesses that take a very little inventory, very little staff you have to have. You can hire a secretary to run the thing for you and make a ton of money. Okay, so let's go over these again so you can see them again. Number 1, Flippa. Number 2, BizQuest.com. Number 3, EmpireFlippers.com. Number 4, ExchangeMarketplace.com. Number 5, BizBuySell. BizBuySell.com. I believe in you. I want to give you this millionaire billionaire nugget. Buy businesses. They're assets, not liabilities. You go driving a new car off the lot, unless you lease it and you can turn it back in 4 years. Buy brand new, return it back 4 years later. That thing begins to depreciate in value if you go and you buy it. Unless you buy a used car, and you fix it up, you put a lot of money into it, and it becomes an antique, and you like that. Other than that, those cars become liabilities. Don't go get your income tax check for $4,000 or $5,000 and go buy rims in your car, buy a new car. Buy yourself a business. With times like this, go buy you 2 of them. If you get $5,000, buy a $2,000 business over here, buy another one. You got $30,000 or $40,000 a year coming in, almost on autopilot, depending on what you decide to do. Remember something: the rich and successful, no matter what your spiritual beliefs are, these principles are still the same. It's mindset. It's mindset. When you think about buying businesses, you're thinking about how you can serve your community and bring value to them. When you're on a job, you're thinking about yourself, about how much you're going to make for your family, which is not a bad thing to think about how you're going to support your family. Don't misunderstand me. But don't expect to be rich, to be abundant with that mindset. It's not going to happen. You got to think about building value, helping more people. That's why you got to buy several businesses to create more wealth, to serve more of your community. Buy one, save, buy another one, save, buy another one. This is the mindset of the wealthy and abundant. Just like you do property. What I'm teaching you now, internet property, which is these businesses, is internet real estate. Just as powerful, or if not more powerful because we're in the 21st century, as regular real estate. Regular real estate is not going anywhere. It will be here, but you got to diversify your portfolio. And in a time like now where everybody has to stay home, you need to be tapped into something that's not going to affect you at all. And this is what you need to do it. Think. Read. Change your mindset. This is one of the secrets that nobody's talking about. But me as your master mentor and teacher, because somebody's teaching me, I want you to know about it. I get mentorship just like you guys. Never stop getting it. Don't let fear come in The coronavirus is not the biggest fear right now. The biggest fear for most people is they can't provide for their families. Screw the virus. They can care less about that, right? They'd rather die and be gone than to live and not be able to support their family. Well, if you don't get out of the mindset of me, and not the job thing, it's going to be hard to do this. Get your tax returns, get your stimulus check, whatever it is, take a step of faith and buy yourself an asset, which is a business. Don't go buy a new car. Don't do that. Buy a business. That's all I can tell you. Believe that you can do it. You cannot do it unless you, first of all, believe it. You know, the old saying goes, if you believe you can, you will. If you don't believe you can, you won't. It's your time. Invest in yourself by investing in your time, your mindset, books, and all that stuff. And then when you understand this whole thing, invest in assets, businesses, real estate. Real estate's kind of on pause right now because of what's going on, but internet businesses it's at an all-time high right now. It's time to buy a business, okay? If you need help, you can inbox me. We can talk about it. You know, my team will help you. We will charge you a fee to go investigate and help you buy businesses, but we will help you. I give you this free content because I think you need it to give you a boost. Don't be afraid of coronavirus. The biggest fear is, how can I make an impact? It shouldn't be a fear. It should be a motivation. How can I make an impact in a time of fear? And the way to do that is to have something that you can provide, a service or a product you can push out there to the people, serve them, and you'll make money at the same time. Now it's not the time to be a wuss, to go in a corner and hide. Rise up, entrepreneur. Rise above it. You can do it. I believe in you. And like I always say, I'm going to see you up here at the top. We'll get there together. Have a blessed day, okay? Bye-bye.